Namaste everyone. Wishing you all a very happy Chhath Puja. And right now I'm in India, so I'm really enjoying this festival vibe here. So much positivity with so much of light and togetherness everywhere. And I really hope that you are also enjoying this beautiful time with your family and loved ones. All right, so without wasting any more time, let's dive straight into today's topic, the dark side of every zodiac signs no one talks about. Okay, let's be honest. We all love hearing the good stuff about our zodiac signs, right? That you are loyal, you are confident, you are mysterious, creative, whatever. But what if I tell you that every single zodiac sign, yes, even yours, has a dark side? So the dark side of each zodiac sign, the stuff no one wants to admit, but everyone secretly feels that. And before you click away, trust me, you will want to stay till the end, because when I get to your zodiac sign, you are definitely going to say, "Oh, how did you get to know about that, Savita?" So sit back, get comfy, maybe grab a drink, because we are about to look into the mirror together. Ready? Let's start with the fire sign, the one who loves hard, fight harder, and burn brightest when they fall apart. So what are the fire signs in here? The fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These are the three fire signs in the zodiac signs. So let's start this video with the Aries sign. Aries, okay, my fearless warriors, you are the spark, the fighter, the one who always moves first. But what is your dark side? Is that the constant need to win, even when no one is competing with you? When you feel powerless, you will start chaos just to feel like that you are in control again. You will pick fight out of boredom just to remind everyone that you can. And here's the real tea. You don't actually hate losing. You hate feeling unseen. You had rather be the villain in someone's story than a background character in theirs. So be honest, Aries. How many times have you said that I don't care while secretly you're plotting your comeback? Yeah, that's your shadow showing up. But don't worry, your fire burns for a reason. Just don't let it burn you next time. So let's move ahead with Leo. You beautiful, dramatic, radiant soul. Everyone sees you as confident, magnetic, the life of the party. But deep down, you are terrified of not being enough. Your dark side is needing validation to feel loved. You will perform, you will overgive, you will smile even when it hurts, just to make sure that people keep clapping. But what happens when no one's watching? When no one is praising you? That's when Leo's shadow creeps in. The feeling that without the spotlight, maybe you don't matter. But you do. You have always mattered, even in the quiet. Remember that, Leo. So let's move ahead with Sagittarius. The traveler, the philosopher, the truth teller. But what's your dark side? Is that you will always preach the truth, but run away from the accountability? You will always say that I'm just being honest, when you are actually being restless. You will disappear when the things gets too real, too emotional, and too deep. Because freedom feels safer than commitment for you. But here is the truth. Running away from the problem doesn't make you free. It just keeps you lonely. So Sagittarius, tell me in the comment section, do you ever run from something good because it feels too serious for you? Yeah. So that is your shadow. So you need to face it, because once you stop running, that's when you actually grow. Okay, fire signs, you guys are intense. Let's cool things down with the earth sign, the one who looks calm on the outside, but inside, the storm will be always silent. So the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So let's start with Taurus. Taurus, you love comfort, security, stability, and routine. But what is your dark side? So you mainly hold too tightly to people, to memories, to things that don't even make you happy anymore. You call it loyalty, but sometimes it's fear. You had rather stay in something that kills your spirit than face the discomfort of change. You don't like chaos, so you build walls, but those walls keeps out the good stuff too. So be honest, Taurus. How often do you call it peace when it really feels just avoidance? You call it loyalty, but sometimes it's fear. You had rather stay in something that's killing your spirit than face the discomfort of change. So you don't like yours. So you build walls, but those walls keeps out the good stuff too. So be honest, Taurus. How often do you call it peace when it's really just avoidance? So let's move ahead with the Virgo sign. Virgo, perfectionist energy, right? Because you people always notice everything, every flaw, every detail, every crack in the foundation. But what is your dark side? So you weaponize that awareness. You can pick peoples apart. Not because you hate them, because imperfection basically scares you. You fix everyone else, so you don't have to fix yourself. So let's be real. Your silence can cut deeper than any argument. Because when Virgo withdraws love, the other person feels small. So Virgo, comment if you have ever said, I am fine when you were definitely not fine. Yeah, that is your armor. So now let's move ahead with Capricorn. Capricorn, you are the boss energy. You are grounded, you are wise, you are unstoppable. But what is your dark side? Mainly, your dark side is that you replace the love with success. You always think that achievement equals worth. And when you are hurt, you don't cry, you build. When you are betrayed, you don't yell, you distance. So your dark side is emotional shutdown. But let me tell you something, Capricorn. You can't outwork your feelings. You can't build a wall high enough to keep your heart safe. So yeah, it's okay to let people in. You don't have to do this alone. Now, let's talk about the air sign. They don't burn, they don't build, they think. And sometimes they think too much. So the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's start with Gemini. So Gemini, you are charming, funny, unpredictable. The social butterfly of the Zodiac. But what is your dark side? You lie. Not to others, but to yourself. You adapt so well that sometimes you don't even know who you are anymore. You mirror everyone around you. Change your vibe, your words, and your story, all to be liked. But that's not connection, Gemini. That's performance. And deep down, I know you crave something real. So drop a comment if you have ever said something just to keep the peace. That's your twin talking. So let's move ahead with Libra. Libra, you're all about peace, balance, and harmony, right? But what is your dark side? So you mainly avoid confrontation so hard that you create more of it. You will always say that it's fine while silently resenting someone for days. You want everyone to be happy, even if it means betraying yourself. And the worst part, you will always smile while doing it. So your darkness hides behind your charm. So Libra, sometimes you have to pick yourself instead of keeping the peace. Balance is not real if you are the one tipping the scale. So let's move ahead with Aquarius. My deep thinkers, my visionaries. You love humanity, but struggle with actual humans. You crave connections, but what is your dark side? You disconnect when it gets emotional. You analyze feelings like they are data, and people feel coldness instead of care. You are not heartless. You are scared of losing control. So Aquarius, not everything needs logic. Sometimes people just need you to feel with them, not fix them. And now, the water signs, the emotional ones, the healers. But when water gets dark, it drowns. The water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So let's start with Cancer. So Cancer sign, you are basically very much nurturing, loving and protective. But what is your dark side? You love so deeply that you sometimes smoother. You will guilt people into staying. You basically weaponize your kindness not out of evil, but out of fear. You don't want to lose people. So you hold them tighter until they can't breathe. So Cancer, real love let people breathe. You don't have to protect everything and everyone, just love them. So let's move ahead with Scorpio. Scorpio, you are basically very much intense, magnetic and mysterious. But when you love hard. And what is your dark side? Basically, it's control. You test people's loyalty, push their limits, make them prove themselves over and over again. You call it passion, but sometimes it's fear disguised as power. You don't want to destroy people. You just want to know they won't destroy you. But here's the thing, Scorpio. Love is not supposed to feel like a war. You can't demand trust. You have to allow it. So let's move ahead with Pisces. Pisces, the dreamer, the empath, and the healer. But what is your dark side? Basically, you run from the reality. You build entire fantasy world in your head, where people are better, where endings are softer, where no one leads. And when reality breaks that illusion, you play the victim. You tell yourself it's fate, but deep down, you know that you did not want to face the truth. So Pisces, your heart is huge. So stop drowning in everyone's emotion and save yourself first. Which one hits you the hardest? You have to be honest. Was it your sign, your ex sign, or your best friend sign? Because every sign has light and shadow. You can't have one without the other one. So the trick is not to deny it. It is to own it. And your shadow side is not evil. It's the part of you that just want to be understood. And once you face it, that's when you truly grow. So drop your sign below and tell me one dark truth about your zodiac sign which you recognize today. And if you have made it all the way here, you're the part of rare few who actually want to grow. I will see you in my next video. Love you guys. Stay self-aware and stay real. Namaste.